Welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm Janelle Broderick. This season in the Horowitz Center, themes of blood are being explored through dance, film, music, poetry, theater, and visual arts. Valerie Lash, Dean of Arts and Humanities, believes the arts are a collaborative enterprise. With an interdisciplinary spirit, she began a tradition of setting a theme for each season in the Horowitz Center.
The idea was that the Horowitz Center residents here at the college, the arts residents, would be working together in kind of a joint mission, as it were. It doesn't mean that everything that we do is tied to the theme, but it gives us all kind of a focus and a group, a comprehensive and cohesive mission.
Reaching consensus on an annual theme takes time. Lash's collaborative approach sets the tone for the creative process.
The Horowitz Center residents meet every other week, and we brainstorm. We brainstorm about lots of things, ideas about what might we do as a group, what the individuals are doing, we share with each other.
Out of those brainstorming sessions, an idea arises. The current theme was selected nearly 2 years ago.
We were considering the theme of family, but a couple of years ago we did community, and we thought that might be a little too close. So one of our artistic people suggested blood because of looking at like bloodlines, and everybody thought, well, that's interesting. And we started looking at what other ways, blood, sweat, and tears, the feminine blood, blood brothers, lots of different doors were opened looking at that. So we kind of settled on that, and each of the arts entities kind of took it in their own direction, which was very exciting.
Starting with the gallery exhibit, Things That Scare Me, the first part of the season saw blood representing death, passion, family ties, and life force, bridging the student and professional works presented in the center.
Well, I'm just amazed at all the connections to blood that have been made and some of the plans that we have. Some of the music concerts have been focusing on blood and passion. We had a wonderful piano and violin concert that was really dealt with passion, with blood stirring. Our arts collective, What Improv Group did a wonderful Halloween bloody event.
HCC's music department also presented a family of performers, the Gemini Piano Trio, performing their favorite works. The theater department mounted a student production featuring 2 one-acts by Christopher Durang, As the Southern Bell Tolls and Identity Crisis. Both plays told the story of families in calamity. Blood has been interpreted in a myriad of ways this season. Joseph Ritsch and fellow RepStage co-producing artistic director Suzanne Beal found that the theme serendipitously paired up well with plays they had already selected for their inaugural season of programming.
We had already come up with a theme for RepStage of transitions and transformations, since the theater itself was going through an artistic transformation and transition. But we realized that 2 out of the 4 productions were really about family, particularly about father-daughter relationships. And we came up with the idea of bloodlines and how family and bloodlines works into the theme.
RepStage's production of The Whale was an audience favorite earlier this year. The company's next blood-themed production, Sunset Baby, runs April 29th through May 17th in Smith Theater.
Sunset Baby by Dominique Morisseau is a play about a former black revolutionary who was also a political prisoner because of his activity with the civil rights movement, and his estranged daughter, who he hasn't seen in many, many years, and their relationship and him wanting to reconnect with her, particularly over the history of her mother, which was his wife.
In the realm of visual arts, gallery director Rebecca Bafford found the notion of blood intriguing as a subject.
I think I interpreted the theme of blood at first looking at it as more of a negative way, I guess, per se, since we did the exhibition called Things That Scare Me last year, and a lot of people used red to indicate something that scared them. And the more I thought about it, the more the idea of having an exhibition called Blood Red came to mind. And I realized that there are so many different archetypal ways that blood can be seen, showing life, showing death, and that artists could be using, looking at blood as a positive birth and life, or it could be more of a negative as far as death and destruction and pain.
The multimedia exhibit Blood Red, scheduled for June and July, will feature work by local and regional artists.
I really want them to look at the way they use red, because a lot of artists just use red because it's something they've used or they want to make it, it's a focal point, but I wanted them to really think about what it was meaning in their work. And so I've gone about looking at different artists who may already do that and are willing to explore that a bit deeper, or some artists who have not been in that direction before, who really are up to the challenge of seeing what they can come up with for that.
The theme of blood continues through the summer of 2015. Next fall, the Horowitz Center begins their 10th season with a new theme, Year of the Woman. For more information on this season in the Horowitz Center, visit howardcc.edu/Horowitz Center. I'm Janelle Broderick for In the Spotlight. See you next time.